What's up, everybody? This is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I picked up this little doozy on the bay about a week ago, and I got it for $2, including shipping. It was like 69 cents plus a buck 20 or something to ship or whatever. And as you can see, it's a relic from Allen and Ginter of a sumo wrestler. Now, he wasn't really famous in Japan per se. He did wrestle there, but it wasn't too much success. But I did want to talk a little bit about him. He did seem to have a somewhat interesting life. He is a Mongolian wrestler, and I'll get into that in a second. His God-given name, I guess, is Ulambayar Byamba Jav. Sorry if that's a Mongolian name. It's not one I'm used to saying, but that's his actual name. But he went by in Japan because in Japan you're not allowed to have your actual God-given name. You have to have a Japanese name if you sumo, and I believe, unless things have changed, you actually give up your nationality, your citizenship to become a Japanese citizen because they can only have Japanese sumo wrestlers. So that means if you're white or black or Mongolian or whatever, you're actually still considered a Japanese citizen. However, for normal folks, they don't get that distinction. Usually it's very difficult, if near impossible, to become a Japanese citizen unless you're Japanese. So his name in Japan was Daishochi Kenta. He was born on November 24th, 1984. He actually did pass last year around this time, February 28th of 2020. Like I said, he was a Mongolian. There's lots of Mongolian wrestlers in Japan wrestling sumo. They actually had dominated for years. When I was living in Japan back in the mid late aughts, 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, all that, they seemed like they were the ones that were dominating the sumo wrestling. It was somewhat frustrating for Japanese fans and I guess the Japanese world of sumo, because the Japanese sumo wrestlers were kind of playing second fiddle to many Mongolian-born sumo wrestlers. Hakaho, Harumahuji, there's a handful of other ones, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, had been very famous. Both are Mongolian-born sumo wrestlers. Apparently, Mongolian wrestling is similar to sumo. I'm not going to speak a lot about it because I'm not for sure, but apparently it has some similarities, hence the reason why they're successful in sumo. So this guy here was born in Mongolia, wrestled in Japan from 2001 to 2005 in sumo, but then he really just moved to America and is kind of credited with making sumo wrestling famous around the world, like more well known, because he ended up being in lots of movies and TV shows, commercials, while he moved to America. He also did amateur sumo in, I believe, California, and won some titles there, had moved up the ranks in amateur sumo, which I don't believe is even recognized in Japan as actual sanctioned sumo wrestling. I don't believe. I could be wrong, but again, I didn't do a whole lot of research, but I've never heard of a Japanese sumo wrestler starting out in America and then go to Japan to wrestle. It's always you train in their stables. A Japanese sumo wrestler finds you, and they bring you to Japan if you're not already there, and then you get raised in their environment. Some of the TV shows and movies that Byamba, which is what he went by, I guess, after he left sumo, Japanese sumo, he was in Ocean's 13, King of the Nerds TV show, Whose Line Is It Anyway, a skit comedy show, Impractical Jokers, again, another kind of skit comedy show. He was in a Geico commercial. He was in a One Direction video. He was in some kind of like Spanish telenovela or telenovada or whatever called telenovoa, something like that, or a Mexican one, I think. I can't remember. But he showed up, and obviously they were bit parts. They weren't anything big. But he showed up in them and obviously played a sumo wrestler of some sort. So he was becoming much more recognizable as a TV personality, I guess, because he wasn't a star. Or anything like that, but he was popping up in lots of shows, movies, videos, music videos, and things of that sort. So I saw this for a couple bucks. I thought it was kind of cool. It's another way to kind of branch out from what I'm doing. So I think there's a couple different Allen and Ginter type cards that fall in this category with Sumo. So I'll probably be tracking some of that stuff down as I go. But getting this for a couple schmeckles would be it was pretty cool. It doesn't say how this was used. It just says it's from him, a relic card. I mean, it could be from his diaper. I think it was Mawashi, or I think it's Mawashi is the word, or Obi maybe. Oh. But anyways, it could be from that. I never thought about that till now. I'm holding it. Luckily, I'm not touching the actual relic itself. So anyways, guys, this is right here, Byamba. Or in Japan, it was Daishochi. Daishochi. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Maybe you all learned something. And if not, it's okay. Not every time and everybody's going to be interested in Japanese sumo. Until next time, peace.